Governor of Belgorod region reports shelling in Golovchino village near the border of Ukraine. Ukrainian military repelled Russian offensives in Rubizhne and Popasna. Russian troops shelled Zelenodolska community with MLRS Grad, only material damage caused. Russian troops shelled Orikhiv, Preobrazhenka of Polohy district with MLRS Grad, 14-years-old girl wounded. Russian artillery shelled Stepny and Malokoteranivka villages of Zaporizhia district. Destruction in Kharkiv as result of overnight shelling. Russian troops continue shelling at Maryinka, Avdiivka and Ocheretin directions in Donetsk region. Ukrainian military foiled 2 Russian advance attempts in Avdiivka area. As result of artillery shelling, 1 civilian killed, gas pipe and several houses damaged. Photos, damage in Golovchino village in Gravoron district of Belgorod region as result of explosions. Ukrainian military repelled Russian advance attempts near Oleksandrivka of Kherson region. Clashes ongoing at Polohy district of Zaporizhia region on the Huliaipol-Pokrovsky direction. Drone footage overlooking Azovstal iron and steelworks plant from this morning shows a very battered Mariupol. Widespread damage in Mykolaiv after shelling overnight. produce store destroyed as result of Russian shelling at Saltivka. Orlan-10 drone shot down over Odessa this morning. Russian army is shelling the villages of Staromayorsky, Makarivka, Storozhevo, Neskuchna, Remivka, Priyutna, Vaishnev, Malinovka, Poltavka, Novodarivka, Novoyukrainsky, Stepov with tanks, MLRS Grad, attacking with armored personnel carriers, infantry, missiles. Blackout in Luhansk region after power lines were damaged in shelling. 3 wounded as result of shelling in Golovchino village of Belgorod region, Governor. Suspected tripwire bomb found in Kyiv. Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov announced that the next stage of military operation in Ukraine begun. Parts of Russian missiles have fallen on the zoo in Mykolaiv. Hungary doesn't support gas and oil sanctions against Russia, Hungarian Foreign Minister. Missile launch at Zhdanivka. Russian drone was found in Chernihiv district. Prime Minister at Morawiecki M. in Lviv, I appeal to the European Commission for the Solidarity Fund for Ukraine to start working and for new money to appear. There is nothing to wait for. No more crimes should be allowed to occur. Today, sanctions must be as strong as possible. Russian army shelling Saltivka district in Kharkiv. There are fatalities as result of Russian shelling on Kharkiv. 76 Ukrainians released in fifth prisoners swap with Russia, Vice PM. Netherlands will send Ukraine armored vehicles. Ruda says allies are looking at sending more heavy material to Ukraine after phone call with Zelensky. Greece has seized a Russian oil tanker off the island of Evia as part of European Union sanctions imposed on Moscow over its invasion of Ukraine, the Greek Coast Guard said on Tuesday. Three residents of Kharkiv were killed and 21 injured in the Russian shelling of the city on April 19. Preliminary information from the head Syniehubov. Derhashiv and Chuhuiv districts were also shelled. Emergency crews work in an enhanced mode. Ukraine war pushing inflation higher globally, will last much longer than previously expected, IMF. Russian plane dropped powerful aerial bomb on the hospital near Azovstal. A hall filled with pensioners in the occupied village of Rozovka in the Zaporizhia Oblast voted to join the DNR.
Есть.
Обратиться к руководству Донецкой Народной Республики о временном присоединении Розовского района к Донецкой Народной Республике. Прошу голосовать. Счетная комиссия. Работаем. Так, кто против? Кто воздержался? Воздержавшихся нет. Значит, принимается. Переходим к третьему вопросу.
President Zelensky asking Verkhovna Rada to extend martial law for another 30 days. Czech defense companies will repair Ukrainian tanks and other military vehicles that have been damaged in fighting or need servicing after long-term storage, the Czech Defense Ministry said on Tuesday. Finland is shipping a third military aid shipment to Ukraine. No details are provided about the contents of the shipment, but equipment sent has been coordinated with Ukraine to fit their needs. Truck driver killed in Stoyanka near Irpin as result of landmine explosion. Russian troops shelled Bashtanka in Mykolaiv region. U.S. sees Russia carrying out prelude to larger, expected offensive operations in eastern Ukraine, a senior U.S. official says. Ukrainian military repelled Russian offensive at Maryinka and regained full control over village. Justin Trudeau, we're imposing new sanctions on 14 close associates of the Russian government, including Putin's 2 adult daughters. We will not relent in holding people accountable for their complicity in Russia's attacks on Ukraine. U.S. official, 7 planes will head to Europe within 24 hours to transport weapons to Ukraine. German Chancellor, we will continue to support Ukraine financially and militarily. German Chancellor, we agreed with our partners to provide Ukraine with long-range artillery. Putin bears responsibility for war crimes in Ukraine, German Chancellor says. Russian troops planted a lot of landmines at highway between Nadanya-Priansky and Oleksandrivka in Kherson region. 1 policeman killed, 2 wounded as result of grenade and shooting attack in Lysychansk. 3 killed today as result of Russian shelling today in Kramatorsk, Avdiivka and Blahodotne of Donetsk region. 5 more wounded, including 1 child. Russian army shelled Kharkiv with MLRS Uragan, 4 people killed, 14 wounded. Biden, we will send more artillery weapons to Ukraine. Explosions at Kherson Airport. Per Boris Johnson, the UK is looking at the possibility of mounting Brimstone anti-ship missiles on Technicals, a militarized pickup truck, as part of British military support to Ukraine. Shelling on the border of Kherson and Dnipropetrovsk regions continued through the day, no casualties. Shelling targeted Terezhik town. Canada to send heavy artillery to Ukraine, Justin Trudeau says. The PM made the announcement at an event in New Brunswick today. He says more details will be provided in the coming days. Readout from the White House of the POTUS call about the war in Ukraine. A small number of Ukraine military will be trained by U.S. on how to operate howitzers, that will happen in Europe. At Pentagon Press Sec says that training will happen soon but has not yet started. The Pentagon, we will provide Ukraine with 18 artillery systems soon. At Pentagon Press Sec said just now Ukraine have received additional aircraft and the aircraft parts to help them get more aircraft in the air recently. Joint Forces Operation, 12 tanks, a plane and a helicopter were destroyed today in clashes at Donbass. Outgoing shelling from Donetsk. Meeting in Rozhivka village with appeal to occupation authorities in parts of Donetsk region was gathered with deception, regional administration. Shelling again in Avdiivka, there are fires in the city. U.S. President Joe Biden is expected to announce within the coming days another military aid package for Ukraine about the same size as the $800 million one announced last week, multiple sources familiar with the decision said on Tuesday. Russian troops shelled hospital in Bashtanka, Mykolaiv region.